Hi everyone, I'm Meredith and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so excited that you found me, and if you're returning, I'm so grateful you've decided to come back and watch more. I love all things luxury. I love luxury shoes, I love luxury handbags, luxury lifestyle and vlogging. If they're things that appeal to you, I hope you'll do me a massive favor and hit that subscribe button down below. Hitting that subscribe button costs you absolutely nothing and means so much to me, so I hope you'll help me out. Happy New Year everyone, it's 2025. Oh my goodness, 2025, we made it. It was some ways 2024 felt super short, in other ways it felt really long, and yeah, I guess this is just getting older really. The days go so quickly, and you blink and we're just through another year, but here we are in 2025, and I thought, why not do a 2025 wish list so you guys could see. So this will be my last video for just over a week. I'm gonna have the next week off. My children and I are off on a Disney cruise. I have my Disney nails, I'm all ready to go. So yeah, I'll be MIA for the next week and a bit, 2 weeks, whatever it is, until I'm back. I need a break. Collectionmas and December always kills me, and work is so busy, and then we get to January and I like to do these last few videos before the you know, between Christmas and just after New Year, and then I try and have a little bit of time off. So yes, I will be back, don't worry, I will not be gone forever, but I will be having a short planned break. But in the meantime, let's get my 2025 wish list done. It is not a hugely extensive wish list because I do a lot of pre-orders when things walk the runway and that kind of stuff. And I do have a lot of orders in the works at the moment. There's not a huge amount because it doesn't exist yet. We haven't seen it walk the runway yet, but there are definitely things that I am after or that I know are coming that live in here, burrow their way in, and I can't get them back out. So we'll start with the non-vintage pieces. We'll start with the pieces of new items that I want in 2025. I imagine there'll be more ready to wear coming, or clothes. As I've cleared out my wardrobe, I realized that I really don't own a huge amount of day-to-day clothes, but I don't know if that'll be unboxed here or not. I don't always buy high-end things. It doesn't have to be ready to wear for me. I have a nice mix of day-to-day stuff and, you know, like H&M stuff and just Country Road and basic brands that I'll mix in with high-end stuff sometimes. So I don't know if I'll unbox that here, but I imagine it might be a big year for clothes for me because I do need some clothes, and I have used many of my Christmas vouchers to help with that. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. I might unbox some stuff here, or we'll see. But apart from clothing, I really don't need any shoes. I might eat my words on that. There are some boots, because I have a real boot problem, that I am hunting, some really, really slouchy boots that I want. I need a pair of brown boots for winter, because I've only really got my motorcycle ones or my trashed Hiram Williams ones, so I might need a pair of brown boots. But yeah, well, that's a winter thing. We're not there yet, so yeah, we'll see how that goes. Apart from boots, there's maybe some Valentino shoes that I'm interested in because I'm really loving Valentino shoes at the moment, and maybe some Vuitton as well. But mostly what I want from Vuitton are also boots, because I have a boot problem. So that'll be a winter thing as we come into winter. So other than those few things, like clothes and some bits and pieces in terms of shoes, let's talk about bags. So I'm off to Paris in August of this year. So a lot of what I do early in the year will be heavily driven by the fact that I can get it cheaper in Paris than I can get it here, and I get a VAT refund. So there will be some strategic planning around what I buy through this first half of the year, knowing that I can save the money and maybe do some real damage in August to then go to Paris and buy it then. So Yes, there is some strategic planning coming here. So in Paris, I know I definitely want to get to Goyard. We do not have a Goyard here in Australia. There was one in New York, but I really want to buy Goyard in Paris. So when I went to Paris with Dale in 2023. Get my years right. This is what happens when you get old. We stopped, like, we saw Goyard, and I stood in line for a while, but I just couldn't do it. So, and we were there for such a short period of time, I didn't have time to waste in lines. This time when I go, I really do want to get to Goyard. I want a St. Louis tote and I want a toiletry pouch from there. So they're two things that are definitely on my wish list for Paris in August, and that I can only really get there. So that's definitely happening. There will be things that I buy in Paris which will hopefully be organic or might come out just before I go and that I don't know exist yet. But I will absolutely go to Chanel and Dior, and, you know, I'll try and get an appointment at Hermes. They're all things that I won't plan for. I'm just going to see what happens. Louis Vuitton will probably be one that I do actually plan for, because I'll make use of that time, and Louis Vuitton's my favorite fashion house, so yeah, it makes sense. But Louis Vuitton have a few pieces coming out or are out already that do live a little bit rent-free in my head. So the first is this one, probably go up over here, this one. This has been on my wish list before. I've talked about this ad nauseum for several months. I saw it in Paris, I saw it in Melbourne at the beginning of 2024. I then saw it in New York when we were in New York. So I've seen it in person several times, in Sydney on several occasions. I have yet to buy it. It is so expensive, and it's one of those bags it's like, if you're going to do it, you've got to really plan for it, because it's an awful lot of money. This is a firework finish, that's what it's called, and it's a croque petite malle from Louis Vuitton, and it is stunning in person. It has been living rent-free in my head for months, since I saw it like almost a year ago. So it's still there, and it's still in store. It's still kicking around. So it's one that definitely lives in my head, and I'm like, do I really need this bag? I feel like I need this bag. When am I going to pull the trigger on it? I don't know. So it will be one that I buy. If I buy it, I'll get it here in Sydney, or I'll get my Sydney sales associate to find it for me, for the simple fact that there's no guarantees it's going to be in Paris, and then I've got a whole CITES issue and yeah, a whole other set of things. So that's one that is definitely kicking around in my head on my wish list. And then there's two other petite malles that are due to be released for spring summer 2025. So they're due to be released at the very end of February, like the 28th of February. Now my birthday is also the very end of February, so you just never know what's going to happen. So the first is this petite malle. So it's called the Celebration Trio Icons Canvas, and it's made to look like the Louis Vuitton trunks all put together in a petite malle. It's not the prettiest of bags, but I just love that it's got the trunk element on a baby trunk, essentially. And I just feel like it is the heritage of the house. I feel like it is so perfectly Louis Vuitton, and that as a collector and someone who loves Louis Vuitton, it's one of those pieces I look at and go, I really feel like I need this. Like, I'm so drawn to it as a piece because it has all that heritage behind it. Now, it is not cheap, and my understanding is that they're only making like 100 or 150 of these worldwide, and it's $26,700. So it's a lot of money for a petite malle, and that is not exotic in any way. I'm wondering, like, if it's gonna feel like trunks on it, or if it's just gonna look like painted trunks, and that's probably the only thing that really concerns me about it. I need to see more photos of it, but it's such a beautiful piece, and it definitely lives rent-free in my head. The other petite malle that is living rent-free in my head, they're all petite malles, is this one. It's called the Petite Malle Celebration LV Sparkle. Can you get any more sparkly than this? This is out there. I do worry that it is the same essential finish as what I have on my Fendi First, which is all sparkly. So I would say that these are a higher end crystal than what is on my Fendi First, but still, this is $23,100 for this petite malle, which, considering the finish on it and the fact it is a petite malle, it is a hard-sided piece, I didn't think was ridiculously over the top. It was certainly a lot more than what my Fendi First was, but then the Fendi First, like, people don't like the Fendi First. It's got no traction. It's got no real following. I mean, from Collectionmas, it was probably one of my least watched videos in terms of my bag collections because nobody cares about the Fendi First. I love the Fendi First, but other people don't. Whereas Louis Vuitton has a much stronger following, and certainly the Petite Mal. So yeah, they can certainly command a higher price. But yeah, that lives up here in my head. Do I need this? Maybe I need them both. It is going to be my birthday. Do I need to buy both? Do I need to buy all three? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But they're definitely on my wish list for 2025. Things that live rent-free in my head. And then, I don't know, in terms of new stuff, there are 2 Capucines coming with the Louis Vuitton Murakami Cherries collection, which will come out late May. I will not show photos now because I only have teeny tiny blurry ones, so I'm not going to show photos that I'm technically speaking not allowed to show you anyway. But when I get to doing the video on those pieces, I will point them out to you so you know which ones I'm looking at. But there are definitely 2 Capucines in that collection that I am very, very interested in. But other than that, there is not a lot of new stuff in store that I am looking at. There are always Hermes pieces that I want that are on my wish list, but as we all know, we have to wait to be offered those Birkins and Kellys. I have Birkin 30s and 135 on my wish list. I'd like a Birkin 35 in a navy blue with silver hardware, and then I'd like Birkin 30s in a range of colours. Magnolia, Rose Pop, Blue Lin, yeah, whole range of colors. So yeah, I definitely want more Birkin 30s, and I'd like one more 35. Kelly's, I'd like a mini Kelly in ostrich, maybe something along the road, along the lines of maybe a Jaune Poussin, I think it's called. It's like this lemony yellow color. I'll throw it up. I think I have a photo. So yeah, I'd like a mini Kelly in ostrich at some point, but we hang around and see what Hermes is going to have and what they're willing to offer us. So it's really hard to have Hermes on your wish list because you don't know what colors are coming and you don't know what you're getting offered when, and obviously you've got to continue to have your relationship there, so that's a whole thing. I will try for an appointment while I'm in Paris. I'm not asking for a VIP appointment while I'm there. That was highly stressful last time, but I will do the lottery system and see what happens. So yeah, from Hermes, we wait and see. The other fashion houses, I'm just like, we'll see. Fendi, the Fendi First is outgoing, which is what my understanding is at the moment. So Fendi will be one that becomes tricky for me going forward without the Fendi First there. And what I might want from there. I do like the baguette, but yeah, I might not be shopping as much Fendi with the Fendi First outgoing, and I'm also going to see what the new creative director does there before I commit to anything. Dior's always an afterthought for me, and Chanel, it's mostly pre-loved now, so yeah, we'll see. The new pieces might not be as prevalent in my unboxings going forward in 2025, although having said that, who knows, Chanel might have an absolute blinder of a season with their new creative director, and I go, oh my god, I want all of it. So you just never know. There are a lot of vintage pieces that I am hunting, but there are always a lot of vintage pieces. So first and foremost, I want the denim cabbie piece, which is the last patchwork piece that I do not have. I'll throw a picture up for you. It is elusive and hard to find in good condition, but I have 4 of the 5 patchwork pieces. I need this one, and then I have 5, and then I'll start to collect the second denims in them because they all come in a blue denim and a dark denim. But I want the cabbie just so I have one, so then I have one of each at the very least. So that is definitely on my wish list for 2025. I also have the Chrissy. This is the Chrissy over here. I want this in black. That's high on my wish list for 2025. And the Petite Noe, which is here. So I have the Petite Noe in the white. I also want the black for 2025. The Theta has become a massive obsession of mine. I carried it the other day and I loved it so much. I will use it as a day-to-day bag. So I have the GM Theta. This is it in white. I also have it in black. It's still at Louis Vuitton being repaired. I want the 2 PMs, the black and the white, and I want one in monogram, and here's it picture of it in the monogram, and they do that in the GM size. So there's 3 theaters I want in 2025 to add to my vintage collection. So they're definitely high on my list. I want the 2 coin purses from the Murakami, the original Murakami collection. I'll throw pictures up here. So these are the original ones. There's one in black and one in white. So I'm hunting those as well. A lot of these I will enlist the help of my fabulous friend Una from Luxury, from Vintage Lover 83. I will link her down below. She's over on Instagram. She is in Japan and has access to so much more stock than we will ever see here in Australia, and she often helps me. So I will enlist her help for these pieces. There's a couple of Stephen Sprouse pieces I'm still after. So this Speedy Sprouse in the acid green, I'm still hunting this. I have it in the Neverfull, but not in the Speedy. So I will continue to hunt for the Speedy in the acid green. And I've come to the conclusion that I need the Keep All in the pink, which looks like this. So then I will have 2 Neverfulls, 2 Speedies, 1 Keep All, and I do not need any more Sprouse after that. So that is definitely on my list as well. The Cherries Pochette Accessoire from the original Murakami collection, I believe I might have a lead on that. So I'm not going to add it to my wish list because I have a feeling that I already kind of have it. I've just got to finish that transaction and get it done. So that might be coming in an unboxing sometime in the new year. So there are all the Louis Vuitton vintage bags that I'm hunting. There are 2 Chanel pieces that are definitely on my radar. There is this mini in the purple, which I did see at Fashion File in New York while we were there, but I didn't buy it because I bought other things. And at some point the money runs out, and I had other things that I wanted to buy, like my Judith Lever piece, which is up here. So had I not had other things I wanted to buy, then I probably would have bought the purple mini then and there. But it's one that I'm still hunting because I don't have a mini in purple. And also this Chanel XL travel bag. I really want this in the pink. Jasleen from the Real Shakeen has it, and I love it. Once again, saw that while I was at Fashion File in New York, but didn't buy it, but is definitely still on my radar. So those are the 2 Chanel pieces that are on my radar. There is a Fendi First from Spring Summer 22 that I am hunting. Here's a picture of the one I'm after. I have this in the pink. I am desperate for it in the green. I have already started conversations with Rod at the Lux Theory about this, and he knows that I am after it, and if he can hunt me one down, I will most certainly buy it because it's one that I am absolutely desperate for. But that's the only Fendi First I'm really after at this point. I do have some unboxings coming, so you'll have to wait and see. But I am trying to find all those elusive pieces that I missed from the Fendi First before the Fendi First disappears altogether. So yes, just that one Fendi piece I am after. Not hunting anything from Dior at the moment, and Hermes I buy new from store. I don't buy on the resale market at this point. That might change in the future. So they're all the pieces that I'm really hunting in terms of bags, both vintage and brand new. The only other thing I really want in 2025 is another jewelry piece. So I'm not really wearing all my jewelry today. You guys are smart enough to know that I am filming this before 2025 starts, and I'm between Christmas and New Year at the moment, and filming was like, I'm just not putting all my jewelry on today. It's really, really hot here in Sydney today, like ridiculously hot, so I couldn't be bothered. And a lot of my rings need to be resized at the moment, including my wedding stack, but I want a ring for this finger. I want a sizable ring for this finger. I will throw a picture up of one that I am looking at the moment. So this one is basically, I'm referring it to, it looks like a cuff, but it's not because the diamonds are suspended in it. This one has 3 diamonds. I would like 4, one that represents myself, my husband, and my 2 children. So I'm thinking 2 of the same size in the middle and then 2 smaller ones on the outside. And I would like it to take up basically my whole finger from my knuckle down to the bottom. So I want it to be quite sizable. I don't know how big the diamonds will be. I will have it made by my jeweler. So it will be custom made piece. I'm not going to buy it from store. I did think maybe I'd get the Demi-Air collection from Louis Vuitton for that finger and either buy the biggest one or stack them. But I really want a custom made piece, I think. I think it'll have more meaning to me if I have it custom made by my jeweler, and if I do it and have diamonds that represent the 4 of us, and yeah, so I really, really want this piece, and maybe that's something I'll talk to my husband about, maybe for Mother's Day or along those lines. But that's the one jewelry piece that I really, really want this year. So we'll see. There might be other jewelry as well. I mean, I'd like a new watch. I really love Deb from Wild Unfiltered's Cartier watch, which I actually think is a men's watch, but that's on my radar as well. And yeah, we'll see. Maybe some other jewelry, but for now, that's the one. That ring is one that I really, really want, and I want it custom made. So that's my 2025 wish list. It's not massive. Well, I guess it is. By a lot of people's standards, that's a stupid amount of stuff. And I don't foresee myself getting everything, but they're certainly the things that I'm hunting or on the lookout for, or that, you know, if I have the money, then I will buy. So, you know, the ring itself, getting that made will be a sizable investment. So there's a good chance that if I get that, I might not get other things because it will be a large chunk of money. But we'll see. We'll see what the year brings. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what's on your wish list for 2025. What do you have that's top of your wish list that you're desperately seeking, or that you're really looking forward to seeing in store when it comes out? I know a lot of you probably have Murakami pieces, the new Murakami pieces on your radar, and they're going to be hard to get. So I wish you guys the best of luck in getting what you really, really want. There will be a restock on the day it launches, which should be the day this goes live. It should be in 2 days' time. So good luck with that. And obviously I'll have a Murakami unboxing, but it might not be as big as you think it's going to be. But yeah, let me know what you're hunting down below. If you've liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. It means a lot to a content creator when you hit that subscribe button. Please also hit the little bell notification so you know when I upload videos, which is usually twice a week, although I am having a week and a half off. I'll also throw up my Instagram handle for you so you can follow me over there. I put lots up in real time, lots around my collection and my day-to-day life, so please come follow me over there. I hope wherever you are in the world today, you are having a fabulous day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.